at the house. It's green screen painting day. I can't tell you how excited I am about this. I've been dreaming about this moment for months. Now I get to paint an entire wall Chromakey green. Super excited. Take a look around. This is my office and it's base staked. Ouch. Got my workbench over here. I got a bunch of stuff I've already been moving in. But it's this over here. This wall right there. And this wall right there. By the end of the day, it's going to be completely green. So, I will be putting the tripod up and recording this process, so you'll be able to see what I'm going to be doing. But first off, I'm going to tape everything off, and then I'm going to go around and hand paint the edging. I can't take the ceiling off, so I'll have to make a nice edge across the top. Then I'm going to be prepping the baseboards. I'm going to be sticking some paper I bought, thick paper, underneath the baseboards to protect the carpet, and then I'll paint the baseboards as well. The reason I have to paint the baseboards is because the green screen flooring I'm going to put in is only, I think it's only ½ an inch thick. The baseboards are about 2½ inches, so that would expose 2 inches of the baseboard as white, which of course would not go great for green screening. I also have to take off the outlet covers and paint them so that they're green as well. I tried to buy some, but I have these weird sockets that, can you see it? Let me get it. So I have these weird sockets that are not your standard 2-hole sockets. It's like a whole block. So I couldn't find any green screen cover plates for them, so we're going to take off and paint the current cover plates, and hopefully those will turn out okay. And then for the outlets themselves, I got these these baby protector inserts that are green, and I'll insert them. There's going to end up being a little bit of the outlet color showing. If it becomes a problem, I will probably put the baby things in and then paint the areas that are exposed. So we'll have to play that one by ear. But we're going to do what we can. I'll time lapse this so you can enjoy the efforts in a short period of time. So here we go. Can't wait. What I'm doing now is I have this paper drop cloth, and I'm taking it and I'm sticking it underneath the baseboard as a protector for the carpet, because I have to paint the baseboard. So I'm using this protractor to put the paper up underneath the baseboard. That way I can paint the baseboard without having to worry about getting any on the carpet. Normally there's a particular product I would use for this particular function, but my local hardware store had never heard of that. So we had this. This will work perfectly fine. It's actually probably a cheaper solution, just a little bit more work. We're not afraid of work. All right. So the carpet is now protected. I'm going to need to wipe down the baseboards. The top of them are very dusty. The walls have some cobwebs on them, so I'm going to wipe down the walls really quickly before I get started. Oh, I still have to tape as well, so we'll do that next. But you may ask, as I start to paint, why didn't I use primer? Well, my answer to that in advance of that question is this room is actually painted primer. Before I rented the house, let me get in frame here. Before I rented the house, I painted all the walls primer in preparation for the tenants to be able to paint whatever color they wanted to. So they didn't paint this room, it's already primered. I'll just wipe it down, clean it up, let it dry, and then we'll start painting. And while I'm letting it dry, I'll be taping. So you'll see all that. I'm actually not taping a whole lot, just around the frames and where I want to have some lines where the paint's going to end on the walls. Once I'm done with this, I'll actually get to start painting. Now on the window side,
perfect.
all right, easy peasy, taping's done. I'm gonna take 5, get the paint ready, and then we're gonna start painting. Now, I'm gonna take the socket covers off as well. Now, what I tend to do next when I'm painting is I will go around all the edges, and of course, along the ceiling, I have no guide, so I just have to be really, really careful to try to get a straight line. I have a edging brush that I will use for that, but I will be super careful. You'll see me probably take the longest time to paint there. And what I'll do is I'll put a nice thick line around the edge and then feather that into the wall so that when I go back behind it with the roller, it will hopefully blend right in. So let me take the cover plates off, I'm gonna get the paint ready, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm getting ready to pour the paint. This is the paint I'm using. It's Chromakey green, flat latex paint, interior use only. Specially formulated for media, photo, and video production. Green screen replacement. I'm about to pour it in this little paint pot here and then get started with the edging. Now, what makes this paint so special is that it absorbs light. It doesn't reflect light. So the issue from most people get with green screens is with lighting and with getting hot spots and inconsistent color in the background that it makes hard to key out. So this is especially designed to not reflect and to give a consistent color. So that's what we're hoping for. All right, here we go. One of the commenters for this particular product on Amazon said it is amazing and it covers in one coat. I'm going to have to dispute that. Clearly the wall's showing through on one coat, so we're going to have to do a second coat, which is no big deal. Take 5, got the tops done. As I said, with one coat, it looks a little sketchy. I know pouring the paint out of the pot, it looked really thin. So we'll keep going, and we'll give you a status as things dry and stuff. So be back in a minute. The edging is done on the first coat. Now when I got to the end, there was some of it that had pretty much dried, so I kind of just touched it a little bit to see how the second coat was going to look, and it looks like the second coat is absolutely finishing the job. So I'm going to take a little break here, and then I'm going to start rolling. What I'll do is I'll roll one coat, then I'll look at the edges, and we'll go over the edges again, probably just, you know, just to try to polish it up, and then we'll go one more coat with the rollers, and we should probably be done. So we're moving, it's happening. All right, about to start rolling. They see me rolling, they hating. Come on. So there's really some pretty dark spots around the edges where the edging and rolling are overlapping, but we'll see if we can work that out. There we have the first coat. Now, I would be straight up lying if I said I wasn't a little concerned about the way this coat's going on. It's splotchy. When you paint over something that's dry, the paint second coat per se is much darker. I'm hoping once this dries that we will see a little bit more consistency, but we're gonna let this all dry thoroughly, and then we're going to apply a second coat over the whole thing, edges, everything, and see hopefully that it comes out okay. All right, I'm going to pause this. Battery's running dead anyway. Hopefully I brought my spare. Either way, we'll see you back here in a minute. I hope I've got another camera just in case. We'll see you. All right, so I don't have the other battery I thought I had, so we're going to have to just deal with it. I'm going to let this paint totally dry, and then I'm going to go ahead and do exactly what I just did, so you don't need to see that again. I'm going to redo the edging, and then I'm going to re-roll it, and hopefully the splotchiness will go away with the second coat. I'll share that with you when it's done. In the meantime, I have to paint these outlet covers, so that's what I'll be doing now, and you don't particularly probably want to see that. It's probably not very exciting, so I'm going to go ahead and do it, and I will be back with you when I'm done, and I'll show you the whole thing. All right, see ya. Alright, so you can see I've painted the wall plates. I did a pretty thick coat on them. They look pretty good. It may take them a little bit to dry, but I've got this whole wall to redo, so this should be a one coat thing. I don't know if it looks streaky. I'll do another coat, maybe a lighter one, but anyway, there we go. Alright, the second coat looks much better. This is what the first coat looks like. You see how splotchy it is? Here's the second coat. It's perfect. And you see right now it's reflecting light. It's still wet. But the coverage, the splotchiness is all gone. Looks perfect. So this will look the same in just a minute. Alright, I'm done. I just tested the lights to see how they were going to look when I actually put them on. That'll be coming in an upcoming video. I'm not going to show you because I don't want to spoil it, but it looked flipping amazing. I'm so excited. You know, the biggest deal about it having a green screen is lighting it. And if you do it right, it'll look great, and if you don't, it'll look like shit. So hopefully I'll be doing it right. But here's a quick look at the wall. I know it's still shiny, it's still wet. Definitely have to worry about the hot spots, but all around the baseboards. Now, I'm going to leave the tape on until it's totally dry, and I may need to score the tape at the paint line with a sharp knife or something before I take the tape off so it doesn't peel the paint. And I have a second coat on the outlet covers, and I'm going to leave these to dry while I'm gone. I'm about to leave, so I'm going to leave everything to dry. I will pick up the plastic, but I'm going to leave the paper underneath the baseboard. Leave all of this to get nice and dry, and next time I come back I'll clean it up, but it looks fabulous. So here's the bottom line with this paint. Don't panic after the first coat if it looks like crap, because it does. It's very splotchy. It's kind of thin, to be honest, but with the second coat, it's perfect. So 2 coats. This wall and a half took about 2/3 of the can. So plan for that. And it's not cheap. That paint was $95 a gallon, so, and shipped in. But this is amazing, and I'm so excited. I can't stand it. All right, look for some cool stuff coming from this, and look for my next video on this where I actually hang the lights and get all that prepped up. All right, thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you around. Oh, there'll also be a video with me doing fun stuff in front of the green screen, because right now it's just a painted wall. It's not doing anything until it is used, so that'll be upcoming. All right, that'll be where the proof of in the pudding is, whatever phrase you want to throw out there, but so far so good. Okay, we'll see you back here for the lighting episode here, probably, I don't know, a couple days. See you later.